Hello, beer lovers. This is James Wolverton for Bluegrass Blues. Gosh, that name. One of these days, I'm going to come up with something that falls off the tongue beautifully. But for right now, it's a heck of a placeholder, and we like it. And that's what the channel is called. Kind of represents the channel. So, St. Patty's Day is right around the corner. Tell them, wearing my green, I don't want to get pinched. Who came up with that rumor? That's the silliest thing ever. And I swear, if someone does that in a bar, I don't even think about it. So it is coming up. Always been a favorite holiday of mine. We usually have some kind of show on the channel. Oh, hey, Sam. You see, there he is. He's saying hi. So Sam the cat. So we are talking St. Patrick's Day. We're also talking Rheingeist. Typically, there is a Guinness Stout, and that's probably the only time of year my mom will drink a beer willingly, and she'll have a good Guinness Stout. Decided she liked it over there. I think it kind of does make up, because Stout is bitter, but it's more coffee bitter versus hoppy bitter like American IPAs, double IPAs. Bitters, aptly named, but named for the bitterness of the hops, not of the stout. She'll drink coffee, so she likes it, especially when it's nitrogenated. She gets that creamy but bitter feel, kind of like a good latte. So Guinness is very much involved. Great Irish beer, great Irish brewery. That's why a bunch of someone based in Cincinnati has a lot of German themes, decided to come up with their own stout. But I haven't tried it. This is the second in the line that I've had. They started with the Nitro Penguin, which was a blonde stout, i.e. a lot of pale malt versus the black patent and dark roasted malt. So curious. So St. Patrick's Day is known for drinking. Oh boy, that pours well. Pours quite pretty. Again, not a lot of carbonation or head on that. Not a lot of carbonation or head at all. For something nitrogenated, it didn't nitrogenate very well. A little bit. Oh well. It does tell you to turn it back and forth, but I did that before I started and didn't work as well as I thought. But it still tastes good. This is a great video. I know. Gosh, I'm totally off and I only have one can, so I can't start over. So this is what you get. Enjoy. So, nitrogen beer tends to leave those big bubbles. Nitrogen is larger, so you get that big creamy, full mouthfeel. Unfortunately, my experiment did not pour well. Maybe I should have poured more vertically than to the side. Actually, I should do a whole video on just pouring, because there is an art to it to get the right amount of head, not too much, not too little. That's a bad example. So I need to do a better example next time. So let's actually taste a dry Irish stout. It's good. It reminds me of a Guinness Extra Stout, which is a great beer, but it's not. Oh wow, now that has got some good coffee notes. Kind of like why my mom likes it. It's got coffee, but there's a little hint of sweetness in it. Low to no hops. I mean, it's kind of funny with the history of Scottish and Irish, because the English grew the hops. That probably went way out of frame. English grew the hops, and if you know anything about the British Isles, those people don't tend to get along too well. So they still wanted to make their beer, but didn't want to pay English taxes and support the English, so they just came up with recipes that worked without hops. Hence you get stouts that are very low in hops. A lot of the Scottish ales, not exactly high in hops, just enough to keep it from being overly sweet. But they overcame that obstacle. That's a lot of words to get out, by upping the roasted malt flavor. That's fun. No, that's quite good. I really enjoy it. So here's a little note. Everyone's going to go out. Please have a Guinness. Enjoy a Guinness. They're great beers. But when you're out and about, make sure on your pub crawl, if you do it in Uber or Lyft, and be responsible. Don't be stupid. No one wants that, and we want to have fun, but don't be dumb about it. On your pub crawls, include your local breweries. Include the Rheingeist if you're in Cincinnati. I know Rock House is going to do a great special. And I guarantee the green beer that you're going to have there, because it's going to be usually the run-of-the-mill blonde ale, but it's going to be had food color in it, which is going to taste a lot better. I know I've had Mirror Twin the past couple years, which is their White Girl Wasted. It's the best blonde green ale I've ever had. Versus where else you go, you get the big boys, and they don't taste great anyway. Then you put green in it, it somehow tastes worse. So my advice: have a good Irish stout. Start with Guinness. There's a reason it's been around forever. Then include a local brewery. Get their typical green beer, and then go from there. But be smart. Lyft, Uber. Enjoy St. Patrick's Day. We're about out of season for stouts, so get your stouts in before we start going to the lighter beers and heavier hopped beers. And I will see you guys. Be careful, be safe, and keep on drinking local craft beer. Later.